Hi Pisces and Pisces rising. Here's your horoscope for September 2024. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. All right, we have a very big month ahead, and this is because we're in an eclipse season again. And this month we have a lunar eclipse in Pisces, highlighting your first house of identity and self. So over the next 6 months, you are going to go through a transformation. This is how eclipses work, especially if there's one in your sign. So this reading is for anyone who has a sun sign in Pisces or a rising sign in Pisces. Okay, this is a general Western astrology sun sign reading using the tropical system and using whole house system. Now again, this has to be very basic because I don't have everybody's birthday and everyone's birth chart is completely different. So it's a general overview. So here is the big news, that this eclipse is going to open up a doorway here for some sort of change in your life. Now this month is usually a time where the sun goes through Virgo, your opposite sign. And we do have a new moon this month in Virgo as well. So there's new opportunities to meet new people or, connect with somebody or be a part of a group, an organization, a charity, or somebody from the past resurfaces. And the reason I say the past is because we have several planets that are going to be in retrograde. And by the end of the month, we'll have 4 planets in water signs, which is kind of like the past. It opens up the past. And so as we begin the month, we have Uranus that goes retrograde in Taurus right here. So here it is in stationary position, and it will be going retrograde for the next 4.5 to 5 months in your third house of thinking and communication and ideas. So something from the past, again, resurfaces with Uranus slowly moving backwards through this house. And so this is a house where your ideas are percolating and you want to express yourself in some way. Now, there are some favorable alignments to Uranus here, to your ruler Neptune, right there at 29 degrees. But when we look over here at Pluto, also at 29 degrees, it just backtracked into Capricorn for the last time in our lifetime. And so this is, again, revisiting the past, something to do with an organization, a charity, an acquaintance. Something about the past is going to recome to the surface for many of you. So maybe you're going back to a job from the past. Maybe you're connecting with people from the past. And so this alignment in here with Pluto will continue to go retrograde until about, I believe, the 12th or 13th of October. And then it will go forward again and re-enter your 12th house on November 19th and stay there for the next 18.5 to 19 years. So very significant time. But this is suggesting that you need to revisit something that you need to resolve or come to terms with. Now, between Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, they're all making favorable alignments to each other. So this is nothing too worrisome or too important, but it's a subtle energy that's pulling you backwards. And so some of it may have to do with revisiting your childhood. Maybe you're moving back to a place you used to be because of Jupiter in the 4th house. Jupiter is your co-ruler, along with Neptune being your main ruler. And so maybe there's something going on there. Okay, and this really started last month in October, in August, because of the very strong full moon we had on the 19th. So this month, the new moon is going to activate your 7th house. And I'm going to talk about that next. But you could see how you're starting to change. Something's about to change in your life. So the new moon in Virgo on the 2nd highlights the 7th house. It's going to be at 11 degrees of Virgo. So wherever that is in your actual birth chart, that's the area that's going to get lit up. But generally speaking here, the 7th house has to do with all kinds of partnerships. Work relations, personal relationships, acquaintances. This could be part of that. Like I said, somebody or something from the past could resurface, or maybe you're going back in time to meet people. Maybe you're meeting some new people. So the next 2 weeks, this could be really good for relationships of all kinds. Just don't have your hopes up that something's going to be long term, next 20, 30 years. Whatever it is, whoever that is, just enjoy the interaction and enjoy the moments, okay? And so that's what I'm going to suggest here with the Virgo energy. And of course, if you already are in a relationship, maybe you and your partner are going to deepen your relationship or, work on something together. Maybe you work together at a project, or maybe you're in a business together. This is going to highlight all of that, okay? Mars enters Cancer. Now, here's another planet that's going to go into a water sign, and there it is right there. Mars enters Cancer. Now, Mars in Cancer is very moody. It's very emotional. And so this amps up some of the energy that you naturally feel. Pisces is very sensitive. Mars is very sensitive. Okay, so Mars going through Cancer can make us more moodier, and we're longing for family or connection with children, or working on real estate and home matters. All of this stuff could be on the table as Mars makes its way through Cancer. Now, the interesting thing about Mars in Cancer this time around, it's going to go retrograde in December, and so it'll keep going for the next 6 weeks into Leo. It'll enter your 6th house. And then on December the 6th, it will go retrograde in Leo and continue backtracking, and will re-enter this house on, I believe, January the 6th. So it re-enters Cancer. But the thing that makes this tricky is that Mars will run into Pluto right here. So it'll be in an opposition around November. So what I'm suggesting here is whatever issue, whatever dynamics, whatever you start here, whether it's a new relationship, maybe it's something new project, maybe you're working with children, whatever it is, you may be revisiting this issue again in January and February, because Mars will be retrograding back into this house again. You see how it works in astrology? So here we see the dynamics here in a favorable light to a Pisces or Pisces rising. This could be very favorable. And so enjoy and keep experiencing and keep creating. And of course, with more planets in water signs, you need to spend time in water or near the water. Very important for Pisces and Pisces rising. Now, Mercury enters Virgo on the 9th, right there, continuing the theme of the 7th house. So analyzing every aspect of your life, analyzing your partnerships, because Mercury in Virgo can be very analytical. And so this is going to be very important for you in the course of the next 3 weeks or so. And, you might feel more critical. Your partner may be feeling more critical, and you're analyzing, are you in the right partnership? Is this the right business? Is this the right job? And so on and so forth. Just keep that in mind as we have the Sun and Mercury going through Virgo. Now, the full moon lunar eclipse, this is the big one for the month. It's going to be at 25 degrees of Pisces. So wherever that is in your actual birth chart, it's going to light up that area. So this is going to be very closely aligned to Neptune, and it's going to be opposing the Sun in Virgo. So what this is suggesting is some sort of change, either to your personality, your identity, maybe a move, maybe a relationship that's coming to an end, a job that's coming into an end, a project that's coming to an end. Maybe you have a child that's moving away for college. Whatever it is, it seems to involve the home environment, because Jupiter will be squaring these two in a partnership right here, and your own personal identity. So this is a little bit of a T-square forming here, and it's going to, it's going to change you in some way. Over the course of the next 6 months, this lunar eclipse will continue to reveal itself. Okay, but normally it's a couple of weeks on either side of the eclipse that you start to see the pattern evolve. And so this is an identity change. This is, a change of residence. This is a change of the people in your life in some capacity or some way. All right, so this is how the cycles work. Lunar eclipses bring in endings and completions, while solar eclipses bring in opportunities, which is, by the way, next month. Solar eclipse will be in the 8th house. So here we see more change that's occurring, but the energy shifts on the 22nd when the Sun enters Libra. So here is the Sun entering the 8th house. Now, the 8th house has to do with deep psychological transformation. It has to do with finances. It has to do with shared resources and also sexuality. So, but Libra is about fairness and balance, and it wants peace and tranquility. So now your mind is switching gears, and I want more peace and quiet. I don't want to, struggle against other people's, with other people's situations. So you might find yourself hiding out a little bit more, or the themes of relationship are going to be on your mind as you basically are transforming your thinking and how you're processing stuff with a relationship or a partnership. That's how it works. Okay? So keep an eye on that one. The other thing is Venus enters Scorpio. Now, this is going to be the 4th planet that goes into a water sign. So here's Venus entering the 9th house. And this is about higher learning, traveling, exploring, having more fun. So we have Venus in Scorpio. We have Mars in Cancer. We have your ruler in Pisces, and we have Saturn in Pisces. And so we are being brought into the past in some way, somehow, either in our minds or we're being drawn to people from the past. You see how it works? And so there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of feeling this month, a lot of nostalgia taking place, even with Venus in Scorpio. Okay? So don't fight the energy within yourself. All right? So what I mean by that is we're all feeling this energy. It's all transforming us in some way, somehow. And it can be a little confusing, I understand. But this is why I do these astrology videos, to help guide you through these uncertain times. The whole society is going through a massive change. And so you do the best you can, and don't focus your energy on partnerships. Focus it on, who am I? Where am I going? You know, always remember, we're spiritual beings having human experiences. That's the truth. And then last but not least, to help find balance, Mercury will enter Libra right there. So we have the Sun and Mercury in the 8th house of transformation. So this is about balance. Once again, it's about beauty. And so my suggestion would be to find something beautiful that you are drawn to, whether it's a beach, a river, a pool, something very tranquil and nice and peaceful, because these two signs like peace. They like beauty in its natural settings. And so does Pisces and Pisces rising. You know, they appreciate that. And so this is about peacefulness. And try not to worry about making decisions, because both the Sun and Mercury can be indecisive. Okay, they're always trying to make decisions, and they have trouble making decisions, the Libra energy. So, but this is a month where you're going to go through a major transformation of identity, personality, how others see you, your physical appearance, and so on. All right, so because of the eclipse lighting up the first house. Anyway, there you have it. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about astrology, I teach astrology. So stay tuned for this short little video that I have at the end of this presentation. And have a great month, Pisces, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Hi, thank you so much for watching my monthly astrology. I really appreciate your support over the years. Have you ever considered learning astrology? Well, you're in luck, because I've created a full online astrology course in my private community. It's a full 6-module course that takes you from the beginning of astrology, what it all means, the mythologies, the houses, all the way to the more advanced techniques, such as progressions, solar returns, how to read transits, how to make predictions. It's all there in this course here. And I even dive into some of the mysterious stuff, what some of the symbolism is all about. So I think you might want to check it out if you're interested. Along with the course, we have a very tight-knit community here where everyone helps each other out. And so if someone knows a lot about astrology, they help other people with astrology. So it's a community that really gets involved and, really wants to learn and help each other out. But as you can see here, I have a whole lot more on this private community. I also have the Inner Circle live calls each week. Now, this is something that I do twice a month on YouTube, but here I do them on a weekly basis. And I talk about various topics. You get to ask me questions, we interact, and we learn a whole lot more than just astrology. So this could be anything from astrology to what's going on in the world, predictions, politics, whatever it is. We talk about it in the Inner Circle calls. Of course, I do have videos here that I do not have on YouTube, so you get those too. And then I've got a private resource vault, which has videos that I suggest watching, books suggested reading, meditations, and more. So if you're interested in learning astrology or want to be part of a great community that's really growing fast, head on over to the link down below and click on the link and join today. All right? Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.